Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake, and what we're going to make are cinnamon rolls. This particular recipe, though, is made with bread flour. If you're looking for recipes for all-purpose flour cinnamon rolls or whole wheat, well, I've got several. I probably have 6 or 7 cinnamon roll videos. So check it out. This particular one, I really like using the bread flour because you get such a beautiful rise out of them. I went ahead and I did make my dough in my bread maker. Now on the dough cycle, you of course can make it by hand if you prefer with your stand-up and your and hook. That'll be up to you. But I'm going to first give you the ingredients list, and all the instructions will be below the video. Okay, you're going to need 3 cups of water at 110 degrees, 3/4 cup of milk, 1/4 cup of butter, 2 eggs beaten at room temperature, 1½ teaspoons of salt, 1/2 cup of granulated sugar, and 5 3/4 cup of bread flour, and 4½ teaspoons of dry active yeast. And that's how you're going to make the sweet dough. Okay, and what you will have, and I'm going to show you, you'll have 2 of these. So what I do is once it comes out of the bread maker, I cut it in half. So you're going to get two of these dough balls, and you're going to get 24 rolls out of them. Okay, so I'm going to just put a little bit of flour on my countertop. I don't want too much, and I want to expel the air from the dough. Okay, and then what you'll want to do is you want to roll it out to about a 12 by 9. Okay, if you prefer, you know, you can roll it out to, you know, a rectangle, a 12 by 9. Now, once the dough comes out of your bread maker on the dough cycle, do cover it up with a kitchen towel or some plastic wrap or something like that, okay? And I'm just really just stretching it right now. So I just want to roll it out a little bit more here. Okay. It really makes a beautiful sweet dough, this recipe. They bake up very light and delicate. They are really a great tasting cinnamon roll. Okay, and now by just stretching a little bit here, I believe I almost have it. Okay, maybe just a little bit more of the roll here. There we go. Okay. All right, so we'll set that aside. Okay. Now, the next thing you're going to need the filling. So, of course, what you're going to be needing is 1/3 cup of butter, 1/2 cup of chopped nuts, if you want to put nuts in yours, whatever choice, walnuts, pecans, whatever, 3/4 cup of granulated sugar, and 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. So I went ahead and I put the cinnamon in and the granulated, and I stirred it with the spoon. And then I put the 1/3 cup of butter. Now, this is going to be enough for both of the rolls, okay? Because I'm going to be showing you to do 12, but this filling is enough to do all 24. And I'm just going to break it up with my clean hands and just bring it all together till it becomes crumbly. Okay, and just make sure that all the sugar and everything is combined, and I'll take the excess off my fingertips here. Okay, All right, so it'll look like that, okay? And then I'm just going to divide it into half because I want to use that other half for my other rolls. I need just a little bit more, I think. And then I'm just going to spread it all out on my dough. Leave a little bit of the edge, about 1/4 of an inch or so, because you know, you don't want to get too close to the edge. And just kind of press it down and equal it out as best as you can. Because once this starts to bake, it's going to spread. It will spread. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to roll on the long end, and hopefully if I do it this way, you're going to be able to see it better. And then I'm just going to kind of, you know, bring it in a little bit taut as I'm doing it, as I'm rolling it, in a jelly roll style. And I'm just going to pull that to the edge a little bit more, and I'll bring it towards me. Okay. And then I do want to, I like to just stretch it out just a little bit. And then I actually fold it down and over, almost like I'm making, wrapping a package, I should say, with wrapping paper. Got a little bit of filling there. So I just pinch it and then I fold it up and I pinch it one more time. And you do want to make sure though that the seam on the bottom is connected. So roll your dough over and make sure that it is. And then I just like to take my hands to make sure that I've got that seal underneath, okay? All right, now, well, we got a little bit of filling there, so there we go. Just tuck it in on the end. Okay, just, again, I want to just check that seal and pinch it. And pinch that seal together. There we go. Okay. And we're going to start to cut them. I'll get 12 out of this. I'm just going to use string. And I'm just going to cut it in half first. Now you can use a sharp knife if you want instead. Okay, here, that's what it looks like. All right, now I would suggest to use a 13x9 pan. And I'm cutting off about, I would say about 1 inch for the rolls. Okay, that's what they're going to look like. And just place them down into your well-greased pan. And they can touch one another, but give them a little bit of room so when they double in size, you know, they'll have room to do that. So I'm going to cut one more here. Okay. And place them down like that. But I do give them a little bit of room like that. Okay? Now you're going to bake them at 375 degrees, and they're going to take you any from 25 to 30 minutes. I'm going to rinse my hands quickly here. Now you'll want to put a glaze over them. And if I could suggest, I'd like to give you a recipe. I generally use, you know, powdered sugar with milk, or if you don't have milk, you can use water. But this one is 2 cups of powdered sugar, a half a teaspoon of either maple or vanilla extract if you'd like. And you can put 3 tablespoons of butter and melt it. And 3 to 4 tablespoons you can put of hot coffee, or if you don't like that, just you know, add the consistency to warm water to the thickness that you want, or just simplify things and make it just a powdered sugar sugar glaze. So that's going to be up to you, but I'm going to give you everything on the bottom of the video, okay? And I want to show you what they look like once they bake up. And this is how they will look, okay? Mine are a little bit warm yet from the oven, and I did put the glaze on top. There'll be a beautiful golden brown on the bottom. And I'm just going to break open one here to show you what they look like. Well, here's one that you'll be able to hopefully see. They are really delicate, and they have that nice little chew to them that you like in a cinnamon roll when you eat one. And oh, these rolls are so good when they're warm right out of the oven with a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, that type of thing. And they're relatively easy to make. Well, there you have it. If you try this recipe and you like it, well, leave a comment, because I always like to hear from you. And as always, I want to thank you for watching Diane Lovetobake. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon.